Hello, everyone. This is Anne, and this is Sharol. We are very happy to jump in, go live now, because we are going to create something wonderful for you guys. So Sharol is a holistic well-being expert, and we have come up with something we want to share with modern people because I see people around me worked so hard and no time to rest. And so I have experience with working with Sharol, and that impact me so much how to take rest and really deep rest and how to connect with myself, with the nature, and to bring back balance in life. So yeah, so we are going to help every people here to live more balanced life. So Sharol, what are we creating for them?
Thank you, Anne. I'm excited to be here and I'm excited to create this. And I think what you said about rest, it's really, really important because most of us don't actually get rest, the kind of rest that we need. So I remember reading a statistic that said that 60% of us don't sleep properly. So this might mean that you could be falling asleep easily, but when you wake up, you don't feel refreshed. That means you haven't slept well. You might have trouble going to sleep. So that's an issue with sleep. And the other thing is you might fall asleep, but you're waking up frequently in the night. So, so the important thing to remember is when you wake up, how do you feel? If you're feeling light, fresh, alert, bright, ready to take on the day, that means you're well rested. Okay, so you might have slept 10, 12 hours, however long you sleep. If you wake up and you don't feel fresh, you haven't slept well. So this is what we're going to create, what we're creating is 5 days to rejuvenate yourself. So in here, we're going to go through so many exciting things, which I'm quite excited about in terms of working with the cycles of nature. So remembering that we are a part of nature and also how to reconnect with those cycles. So this will be something that we'll cover. Another thing that we'll be covering as well is we're going to go through the traditional wisdom of ancient medicines. So a lot of the ancient medicines, like your traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, they have a lot to offer in terms of diet and lifestyle and nutrition to ensure that we're getting the proper rest that we need.
Yeah. This year in the beginning, in the Chinese New Year, I have asked Sharol take me to a retreat, like an online retreat, and I thought I'm a person knowing like how to take a rest or take a break, but I experienced during that 5 days what is like really rest. I remember after the 5 days and my sleeping time become less. Like usually I need 8 hours, but that after that 5-day retreat, I sleep like 6 hours and then I feel energetic already. And I have more energy during the day. And so I said, wow, it is so effective method that it can change my body state and so quickly. And another part is that I am so surprised and blessed. Like I know, wow, Sharol has so much knowledge about our body, how to keep ourselves healthy, and how to connect with the nature, and to realize that we are part of the nature, and the nature is taking care of us all the time. Our body is taking care of us all the time. We just need to understand this and to align with it, to sync with the nature so that we will get healthy and balanced naturally. It is our nature. And just our way of living is so unnatural, almost against the nature. So that causes us a lot of disease, illness, and also like mental issues like depressed or anxieties, and these are all not natural. So during the retreat, every time I talk with Sharol, I think to myself, this knowledge must share with people around me, because I saw so many people, my friends, they don't rest. Yeah, in our culture, in Chinese culture, we say 少壮不努力，老大徒伤悲. When you are young, if you don't work hard, then when you are getting older, you will regret. But we never emphasize the importance of taking enough rest. And this is something very valuable Sharol brought to me, and also why we create this program, this solution for people around me, around us, that we can really understand the importance of taking rest. And Sharol also just remind me that I didn't know. As a woman, we think we can work as hard as men, but Sharol said, no, women are different. Sharol, can you explain us more about this? Because I see so many women burn out and work so hard, but yeah, they look not really healthy or peace in mind. Can you help us with this?
Yeah, so this is a very common thing. And, modern society has led us to believe that we can be like men and we should just work just as hard. And if we are taking a rest, it means that we are slacking off or we're being lazy. And, there's something wrong with us in that time. And this is not at all the case, because like we as women, we've got natural cycles that happen within our body. And our chemistry changes every 28 days. Every day, our chemistry changes. And for men, they're very stable, like the way their chemistry goes, it's quite different. And just taking that into consideration with the hormonal changes that happen over the course of the 28 days, we could go, okay, you know what? This week I have a ton of energy and I'm going to get a lot of things done. And another week you might think, oh, I really feel like my body needs rest. And it's important to not feel guilty when you need the rest, because we feel guilty, right? Feel like, oh, I should be doing this and I should be doing that, and I'm not working as hard as I should. But actually the body is giving you feedback, and it's always giving us feedback, and it's telling us this is what I need. So it's important to recognize that and learn how to work with these cycles that are happening naturally. There's a wonderful saying where it says you can either ride the wave or you can be crushed by the wave. So in the ocean, when the wave is coming, you can be the surfer that's riding on top of the wave, or you can be crushed by the waves where you're getting tumbled and turned. So with some simple things, just to understanding how we are, how we work, just understanding ourselves better and getting to know ourselves is so important, because these are not fanciful things. They're super simple. And everybody can do them. And it doesn't take hours and hours and hours of time to do either. You can go, okay, I have 4 minutes. So let me spend 4 minutes and this is what I do. Or if I feel a little off balance, you have a toolbox to go to go, I should eat more of this type of food at this time to bring myself back into balance. Or I'm feeling a little lethargic. What are the things that I can do? What are the herbs that I can use? What are the oils that I can use, And it's all in your hands. It's wisdom that's been around, that Mother Nature's had for millennia. And it's just plugging back into the wisdom of nature and working with that.
Oh, that is so good. As I have experienced, Sharol taught me so simple method. I like simple because we are so busy, right? We don't have time to do hours to take a rest but Sharol taught me a lot, like very simple, easy, and even costless tools that we can balance back emotionally and physically very quickly. Yeah, and just as you said, that is our nature. So I think we intuitively know it, right? But we just forget it. And it is so important that we remember who we are.
Yeah.
We remember we already have these tools, this healing nature inside of us. And we just need to wake up and to connect back.
Exactly. It's waking up to who we really are, and it really is a remembering. And I love what you said, Anne, about, the best medicine is nature, and it's free. It's out there, it's free. Sure, you can use like the modern biohacking things, and if you want to do that, we'll talk about that. But still, it's not as good as Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharol told me to ground myself with the earth, and you don't spend any money. You just go out to barefoot walk or stay on the earth, and then the energy just come back after a few minutes, few hours. Wow, it's so amazing. I didn't experience any medicine like this. Mother nature, no money, don't need money.
And no side effects too.
No side effect. That's the point. No side effect. It just can be better and better. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a wonderful wisdom in nature and an intelligence there. And when we understand that and how it relates to us, and we learn how to use it, our entire life can change, because we'll connect with who we remember who we are, and we're connecting with that intelligence. And the way that you operate day to day in whatever it is you want to do will always be better, because it's like this foundation underneath you. So when you're getting proper rest, the level of rejuvenation that's happening on the body is going to be deeper, which means you're not going to need as many hours of sleep, but you'll be getting the right kind of sleep,
Right
right?
kind of sleep.
Yes.
I talk to many people. They say, okay, I can go to sleep. I just directly fall asleep. I have no sleeping problem. So what do you think is a proper sleep?
So proper sleep is basically, to get a little bit technical, we want 90 minutes of REM sleep, which is like basically dream sleep. So we need 90 minutes of that. And we also need 90 minutes of delta non-REM sleep, which basically means very deep sleep with no dreams.
Oh, 90 minutes with dream, 90 minutes without dream, very deep sleep.
Very deep sleep without dreams, yes. Yeah, so most of us don't get that. Our sleep, the cycles of our brain, it's too active. So our brain waves are too active. So we want the waves to slow right down to get into delta state, deep sleep. And when we do that, neurotoxins in our brain get flushed. So our brain is basically having like spring cleaning, and so the rejuvenation of cells, it will start to, we'll actually become younger. It helps aging, which is always nice, especially as we
who wants to get younger?
I'm really 100 years old.
100. Look like this, everybody.
Yeah, so we want to take advantage of these things, because there's big problems going on in the world with people's mental health. And, a lot of people are suffering with things like anxiety, depression, just overwhelmed with so many things to do. And if you think of your body as a machine and it's being stretched, right? And you're not rejuvenating. So you say your car, you're driving, you're not servicing the car. Like the car needs a service, just like the body needs a service. And every time we go to sleep, the body is being serviced. But when we have the right type of sleep. So this is important. And yeah, so this is what we'll be doing. And how in the course itself, I think it's really important that we start to do things that we feel connected to or resonate with. So there'll be different ways of doing it in your life, and you might say, "Oh, I really connect with the herbs, for example." So that might be your thing. Or you might say, "No, I'm not interested in herbs. I really connect with diet more so." So then you'll use something else. So whichever one you want to use, you can use to tailor it to yourself. But you have the whole framework of all the things that you can do to get that deep rest, because it really is about rest. It's not necessarily about sleep per se. It's about proper rest.
So Sharol, during our course next week, you are going to share with us the different tools that we can use, and especially we have different preference and to find the suitable ways for us to take deep rest. Is that right?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
So, what do you think people can get out of this course?
Okay. So out of this course, what you'll learn is a toolkit, right? So you can recognize how you're feeling, and you can say, okay, I haven't slept well tonight or last night. So today, what do I need to do to make sure that my body is going to get proper rest tonight? And so you have a toolbox to go to, and you can work your way through there. You have solutions. You don't have to go to see anyone, anything like that. They're very simple things that you can do, simple practices. You can say, oh, I feel a little off balanced. So what can I do? And it might be a breathing technique. It might be a simple meditation. There's a whole range of tools in there. And they literally are tools to bring you back to balance. And because when you're in balance, that's when you can, so say you want to build a building. So whatever you want to do in your life, if you want to go high, it's got to be balanced, right? So the more balanced you are, the bigger things that you can do in the world, the more you can do in terms of not just output, but the quality of your whole experience will be enhanced because you are in balance.
Wow. Yeah, the balance gives us much power, right? And so this program will help our people to rest more and achieve more. Is that right?
Yeah. Rest properly.
They maybe don't believe that. Because people think we need to work more, rest less, so we can achieve more. Can you explain how it's opposite to our logic?
Yeah. So if you think about it, when you're driving and you're tired, okay? So when you're tired, the way your brain is working is your mental cognition. So that just means the way your brain is working is reduced. So you're not as alert. Your ability to focus is less. You're tired, right? So the likelihood of you having an accident increases when you're driving and you're tired. But when you're well rested, you can just keep going, right? So you can think of your life in terms of, okay, so you're taking a road trip and you're going from one side of the country to the other side of the country. And you say, I'm just going to keep driving 24 hours a day. Okay. And because the more I drive, the faster I'm going to get there. And so your experience of you driving, and you're tired and your head's nodding and you're going, oh, it's dangerous. You are a danger on the road doing that, right? And a lot of us go through life like that. And we think that we don't need to rest because we want to get there faster. Because otherwise we'll lose time and, it will delay the process. But instead, if we take the time to just stop and rest and get the proper rest, then the next day when you're driving, you'll be more alert. You might find a shortcut. You'll come up with solutions, you know. There will be
Yeah.
other things that will happen as a result of you having better mental cognition. So working harder is not the answer. It's about working smarter. So you want to optimize the way your body functions so you're not an obstacle. So you yourself, like you, your body, your mind, your emotions, all of these things are not a problem. Because when you feel good, when you feel happy, when you feel relaxed, when you feel calm, when your body is at ease, you naturally do more.
Yeah, I can relate to that. When I am totally rest and balanced, then I naturally will do the things that I need to do. I just do it so easily, effortlessly. Everything just go in order and complete it. But if I'm in a stress state, even though I do things fast, but you know, it's not really in the spirit of it, and maybe it finish this part only of half and that part, and it's not in the right order and not so effective as when I'm balanced.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the same flow and ease as
Yeah.
you're doing it. And it feels in your experience, the time might be the same, but it might feel longer.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're happy and joyful and you're working, you forget what time, you forget, you're like, oh, so many hours have gone past. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So some people will say they don't have time to to take this course, or how you respond to them.
If you don't have time to take this course, you need this course. No, really, because if you don't have time to take the course, you're not getting adequate rest because you're pushing too much, right? So if you're pushing too much, you're going to burn out at some point. So it's really important to understand how your body works and start to work with those cycles of the body, how they connect with nature to reduce the resistance, reduce the friction. Because if there's friction all the time, you're going to burn out. Whereas when you rest, there's lubrication. So then you're just gliding. No, it's smooth. And you want smooth, you don't want burnout. So yeah, if you don't have time to take this course, you need this course because you probably end up sleeping less and you'll have more time at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to have more time, then you take this course. So our course will happening next week from
Mhm.
Monday to Friday in the evening time, so that we can build good resting and sleeping habits before we go to sleep, right?
Mhm.
You will teach us how to create this routine. Right?
Yes, and that's very intentional because we want to get you doing. It's one thing learning, but implementing, so putting it into action is very important because that's where magic happens. We have to do, we have to take action. So we'll be doing in this course, and you'll get into a habit, a rhythm, a routine of actually getting into a healthy sleep routine and a healthy sleep hygiene as well. So there are two things. So we want to make sure that you're getting good rest.
Okay, so this is an immersive and experiential course, so they will really taste what it feels like to rest deeply and sleep well, in a proper way.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Get
so
that
good.
deep sleep that you need.
Oh, okay, great. So, is there anything that you want to share or emphasize?
I'm very excited about it
You.
because it's both the theory and the practice.
Yeah.
And because I find when we understand why we're doing what we're doing, then we want to do it more. Because sometimes we may know what to do, but we don't know why we should be doing it. But when we understand deeply why, we'll make the time to make that happen. Um, And I think that's really important for that integration into the life. And yeah, and I'm really wanting to see people transform over the 5 days, because making that commitment, it's a gift to yourself, and it's an investment in yourself and in your own well-being, and you'll reap the benefits for the rest of your life. So it's there. It's yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yeah, and I'm also very excited because I know Sharol has so much knowledge, experience about ourselves, our body, and the nature, how we can bring back to this natural state, the well-being, the healthy state. That's we are supposed to be like. And so I summarize a bit, like this program is for people who feel tired, who feel exhausted or burnt out, work too hard, and no rest. And so during this course, Sharol and I will help you to bring back that balance and to deep sleep and deep rest. And you will understand yourself much more, like how you can sync with the nature, the cycle, especially women, not work too hard, but you can work less, rest more, and achieve more. And yeah, connect back with yourself, with the nature, and life will be much easier, and you feel more joy and peace in you. So yeah, so if you want to work with us, next week from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Taipei time and the Perth time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we will drop the link above here, like the comments area, so you can join us, register, or you have any question, you can comment below or private message us so we can answer all your questions. Okay, so thank you, everyone. It's so great to share this information with you, and we are so excited, looking forward to work with you and to see all of us transform. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Have a
you.
beautiful day.
Have a beautiful day. See you soon. Bye-bye.